I'll be showing you how Thomas HD's trio on 100 ping was able to qualify for Division 1 on North America. And what kind of strategies and stuff did he do when he had his key games? He had multiple 20 bomb games on high ping, and most of the other games were pretty consistent, so he was in very good lobbies almost the whole time. Because Division 2 is still always pretty competitive, and these players aren't bad at all. It's really just these strategies and stuff he uses to kind of outplay the opponents with his whole trio. The coordination and everything is quite wild, and I'll point out a bunch of things that you guys can apply to your own trio. Because I think when you watch like pros on NA or on their own region, you can't really tell what's going on as much and what strategies they're using because they have 0 ping and their mechanics are so fast that there's less strategy going on and more like fighting. So you'll be seeing their fighting strategy really go hard in this because they were able to get 6th place on the second day. So let's get right into this. In this first clip, we'll see Thomas HD's team trying to reposition and finding angles to have an opening. They're not all right together, they're all on separate corners trying to find an opening. Once one opening fails, he tries to reposition and get up to a higher position where maybe his teammate called out that he had another position where they were looking at him. So they all group on high ground and look for that one position. They get a beam off and they realize that there's already a fight going on and everyone's already really low down there. So he gets the free knock and then he knows it's time to fully get in because these teams in here are fully panicking. They're all low health and just gets the free cleanup. In the next clip, I'll show you guys how they key an endgame. They always are looking for teams for free refreshes. They'll be looking for people to be healing or for a person to be singled out or low health. Whenever they have an opening like that, they'll go for the kill, but they'll never full commit unless they're like one tap. They'll just keep tarping to early side and always getting those rotates. And I see a lot more tarping because they have a lot more mats because they play really smart refreshes like this. They got the solo just instantly, quickly, like there was barely time for another team to third party and they're back into tarping. Another thing I really noticed with this team is that their IGL is always extra tarping early. So they get free knocks like this, or even when they're like in the back of Storm, their IGL's always in front, going way forward. So let's say if they do get into a bad position, instead of having to build their own tarps or something, or like kind of shambles tarp forward as fast as possible so they can get in zone, they already have a pathway because their IGL has already went like multiple boxes ahead, so they get in early. From those brief tips I pointed out before, you can definitely tell that a lot of their endgames are really easy because they're so stacked with metal and stuff that they get up ahead and they're the only team that's not shambled. They're the only team that can afford to full tarp. And this is definitely really because of the great refreshes, and it's why teams with good fraggers always do really well even if their IGL isn't the greatest. Because you can always kind of pull out of terrible positions because you just have extra mats and everything because you were able to get extra refreshes. This next clip is another example of just being patient and trying to reposition and finding those angles that people aren't paying attention for. Like, just getting that one beam off and getting the knock can allow you to beat, like, a way better team than you. A 2v3 is so difficult in trios because they play it so well. You see, they have a guy putting on pressure, and then they have 2 guys spraying from the side, so they can't really tell where anybody is. And it's kind of just panicking, trying to build at the same time you're defending against the guy right on your wall. So when you have those multiple angles and you only have a duo, it's really hard to expand and survive. So a lot of these teams just get chased down because they try to run because it's like absolute chaos because they split each other off from each other. In this next clip, we'll be seeing kind of the same strategy where one guy's on height, one guy's down below, and one guy's far. And you can definitely tell that they're kind of coming from a safe angle from them. they always stay kind of far away from the box unless they're in full panic mode, where then they kind of get in like here. Like they're in so much chaos that they didn't even hear the guy teleport right next to them. And if they are in the controlled environment where they're literally just 3v3ing, they will always go at least 2 blocks away, which I'll point out in another clip. It's pretty cool. In our last clip, we'll highlight how he long fights. This season, because the shotguns aren't that long range, they do still a good amount of damage. You can spray from like 2 boxes away and up from diagonal, because these people are trying to box fight and they're using their shotguns thinking that the guy's gonna be close. And even if they do get pumped from 2 boxes away, it might do 50 damage at most. So once they get their crack off with their ARs, they can just get in and sword kill the guy. And yeah, guys, that's about it. It meant a lot that you guys stopped by, and please leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll probably be seeing some new things coming up here. My streaming PC is currently being built. It's on the ground. I've already plugged in most of the wires and stuff, just waiting for that CPU I'll get on Friday. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to stream in the future and stuff on the new computer. And I'll be able to talk to you guys more often. We'll make a Discord and everything. And hopefully we got a lot of things coming up. So stay tuned. Hope you guys have an amazing night and stay positive as always. So goodbye, everyone.